When the Spurs go marching South Coast, take on Southampton, Anthony. Your Spurs, your beloved Spurs, are minus 125 on the road. Southampton's plus 350 at home. The draw is plus 260. I've got nothing here. You two I think, are gonna end up on the same side, Anthony. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not betting this match, but I do show a little bit of value on Saints at home. I think the market has more respect for this team than I thought it was going to have, and it seems to consistently have. But even in their good performances, even in their good results, like it feels like they're teetering on the edge with defensively. And this is the kind of matchup we've talked about where Tottenham, if you're going to press them and give them opportunities, I think Spurs could exploit them in behind. They haven't been very good at doing that all year, so I don't even know how true that narrative is anymore, like how that matchup necessarily benefits us. Like we have not been good in transition this season, but I just worry about a team like Saints in this spot. The number's almost there for me. It's close, and if it gets anywhere near plus 3/4, I'm in on the Saints, but it's not quite there. Tottenham did have a solid bounce back home performance against Forest, similar to Southampton a little bit in that they are willing to come out and play more than your traditional lower table team. But this is a stay away from me with a lean to the Saints just based on my numbers.
BJ, what about you?
Yeah, I do like Southampton in this matchup. I mean, we're recording this before the Brentford match, so I'm not really sure what happens there. I'll probably wait till after the Brentford match happens to whether I'm going to play that or not. But I mean, this is more of a question for Anthony, but what's the last performance from Tottenham away from home that like convinced you? Like, yes, that was a good performance. Because the last one, I mean, the XG doesn't bear it out, but the 4-0 win against Crystal Palace, I mean, even that win, they weren't good for the first 50 minutes of that match. And then Kane puts the ball in the back of the net. And eventually they, went away from it. But if you look at it, I mean, the 1-0 loss to Wolves, yes, they won an XG, but they barely created over one. They went on the road to Milan and got pretty well dominated there. They went on the road to Leicester, got beat 4-1. They went to Fulham. They obviously got the early goal and they put in a great defensive performance after that. But XG bared it out where it was basically even. So I don't know, Anthony. I
would say Wolves. I thought they played well in that match.
Yeah.
They didn't create a ton,
they played well, but then you have to ask yourself, all right, am I really going to lay minus 125 on the road?
No, absolutely
with this
not.
team as we're going
on?
No
way.
So that's where I think the value comes in here with Southampton, obviously a team that has been due for positive regression defensively for a really long time. And they're set up obviously to high press and play frenetic, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they back off the press and they just hand Tottenham the ball and say, hey, let's try to break us down in our 4-4-2. So, I only project Southampton around plus 250. So I'm showing a lot of tremendous value here on Southampton. And Tottenham's going to be a very weird team to handicap. Obviously, they're still, right in the middle of a top four battle, and they're still one of the favorites. Yeah, they're still one of the favorites. If you look by all the books, it's basically a three-way tie between them, Newcastle, and Liverpool for that fourth spot. So this match obviously means a ton to them. But right before international break, yeah, it's just a very weird spot with what's going on with Conte. Obviously, he's probably not going to be back next year. So just very weird stuff going on at Tottenham. So I like Southampton on the road here, or at home here at plus half a goal.